Stop. Put that carton of heavy cream down right now. If you are putting cream in your carbonara, you are committing a culinary crime. Today, I am going to show you the only authentic, traditional Roman way to make a perfectly glossy, creamy, and mind-blowing spaghetti carbonara. No cream, no peas, no garlic, just pure Italian magic. You see, the secret to a real carbonara isn't a long grocery list. It's all about respecting the ingredients. We only need 5 things to make this masterpiece: high-quality dry spaghetti, authentic guanciale, sharp Pecorino Romano cheese, fresh eggs, and whole black peppercorns. That is it. Since we only have 5 ingredients, the technique is everything. This recipe relies on temperature control and an emulsion process that transforms simple pasta water and fat into a luxurious, silky sauce. Stick with me step by step, and you'll never order this at a restaurant again. First up, the meat. This is guanciale, cured pork jowl. Please do not use standard breakfast bacon. Bacon is smoked, and that smoke will overpower the entire dish. If you absolutely cannot find a guanciale, an unsmoked pancetta is your backup plan. But trust me, seek out the guanciale. Look at that beautiful, thick ribbon of fat on top and the deep red meat below. We are going to cut this into thick, even strips. You don't want them too thin or they'll burn and turn into hard little pebbles. We want a crispy outside with a slightly chewy, meaty center. Next, let's talk cheese. Put the green can of Parmesan away. For an authentic Roman carbonara, we need Pecorino Romano. It's made from sheep's milk, which gives it a sharp, salty, and incredibly distinct flavor. Grate a generous mountain of it. You want it finely grated so it melts seamlessly into our sauce. Now for the binder that brings it all together, the eggs. We are using 1 whole egg plus 2 to 3 extra yolks depending on how rich you want it. Always use the freshest, highest quality eggs you can find because they are the foundation of our creamy texture. Drop your grated pecorino directly into the bowl with those deep orange yolks. Grab a whisk and beat them aggressively. What you are looking for is a thick, golden, almost paste-like consistency. It shouldn't be runny. This paste is the heart and soul of our carbonara. Carbonara actually translates to coal workers style, and that coal is represented by black pepper. Do not use the pre-ground dust that's been sitting in your pantry for 2 years. Toast whole peppercorns in a dry pan for a minute, then crush them roughly in a mortar and pestle. Take a generous pinch of that incredibly fragrant, freshly cracked black pepper and mix it right into your egg and cheese paste. The sharp heat of the pepper is absolutely crucial to cut through the heavy richness of the pork fat and cheese we are about to introduce. Let's get cooking. Bring a large pot of water to a rolling boil. You want a vigorous boil to keep the pasta moving so it doesn't stick together. Now salt the water, but here is a massive tip. Go easy on the salt. Normally, we salt pasta water like the sea, but our guanciale and our Pecorino Romano cheese are already incredibly salty. Just a light handful of coarse salt is all we need today. Drop in your high-quality bronze dye spaghetti. Bronze dye pasta has a rough, chalky texture on the outside, which is absolutely vital because it releases more starch into the water, and starch is the glue that holds our sauce together. While the pasta boils, let's handle the guanciale. Start it in a completely cold skillet. Do not add olive oil, do not add butter. The guanciale has more than enough of its own fat. Starting cold allows the fat to slowly and gently render out without burning the meat. Turn the heat to medium-low. Listen to that glorious sizzle. Slowly, that white fat will turn translucent and melt away, creating a pool of golden liquid in your pan, while the meat itself turns beautifully golden brown and crispy. Once the guanciale pieces are perfectly crispy, use a slotted spoon to fish them out and set them aside on a plate. But, and this is the most important part, leave all of that rendered, flavorful pork fat right there in the pan. That is liquid gold. Keep a close eye on your spaghetti. We're going to pull it out of the water about 2 minutes before the box instructions say it is done. It needs to be very al dente with a firm bite because it will finish cooking in our pan. Using tongs, drag that steaming hot pasta directly from the boiling water straight into the pan with our warm guanciale fat. Do not drain it in a colander. We want those starchy drops of pasta water to come right along with it. Now, toss. Toss the pasta aggressively in the pan. You want to coat every single strand of that spaghetti in the rich, glossy pork fat. Let it absorb those flavors for about a minute over low heat. Pay attention because this is where people ruin their carbonara. Take the pan completely off the heat, move it to a different counter if you have to. If your pan is too hot, you will scramble the eggs in the next step, and nobody wants scrambled egg pasta. Once the pan has cooled for just a minute, but the pasta is still hot, pour that thick golden egg and pecorino paste directly over the spaghetti. Immediately grab a ladle of that cloudy, starchy pasta water from your boiling pot and splash it right into the pan. This starchy water is the magic ingredient that turns our thick egg paste into a flowing sauce. Stir vigorously. Toss and stir like your life depends on it. The residual heat from the pasta gently cooks the eggs, while the starch from the water emulsifies with the pork fat and cheese. Right before your eyes, it transforms into a thick, glossy, luxurious cream sauce. Zero heavy cream required. Once you achieve that perfect velvety texture, bring back your reserved crispy guanciale. Toss it gently into the pasta, saving just a few pieces for the final garnish. The contrast between the creamy sauce and the crunchy pork is what dreams are made of. Twirl it beautifully into a warm bowl. Top it with those extra crispy guanciale pieces, a final dusting of pecorino cheese, and one last crack of black pepper. Look at that shine! That is the only authentic way to make carbonara. If you learned something today, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and let me know in the comments what dish I should rescue next.